All right, welcome everyone. Season 2, Coaches on the Couch. We're back. It's been a while. It's been a while. We said we were gonna do stuff over the spring, and then I went on paternity leave and decided to do none of that.
Yep, for a long time.
So, anyway, yeah, thanks for sticking with us and waiting it out. So we are back, Coaches on the Couch, Season 2. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Brent.
I'm Sydney.
And we are the coaching staff at Willamette University for swimming. We are going to use Season 2 to do a little bit different than we did last year, right? Last year's video was really long. There's a lot of me talking and Sydney chiming in here and there. It was mostly me talking.
It was mostly me talking.
But this year we're going to try to streamline that a little bit and interact with you all on our socials in different ways. One of the biggest things is like how we're gonna do meet recaps. Instead of waiting till the week after, which is what we did last year, instead this year we'll do kind of our immediate thoughts after the meet, kind of in a 1 to 3 minute digestible snippet, I guess. And then we'll come back the following week from those meets and maybe get into it a little bit deeper, or just be able to be like, hey, if you wanna see a recap, go check, mainly Instagram, probably on Facebook too. But yeah, so that's the plan for meets. As far as what the rest of this time will be filled with, because we're going to try to keep these like shorter to 10 to 12 minutes as well. I think just kind of what we did last year, right? Like where we've been, where we're going, and what are we looking forward to. So I would say let's start that now for the 25-26 season. So where we've been, right? We are in week 5. We're in week 5. Week 5 of the season, so we are beginning to wrap up our stroke technique breakdown. We've done each individual stroke. Week 1 technically was out of the water. So technically week 2 was freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and now we're here on butterfly. So our flyers and IMers will get that review, and everyone else will just kind of get to redo their normal strokes. As we've been taking a different approach as well, as though trying to integrate a little bit more conditioning and sprint style sets, so that we're not waiting until next week, which is pretty far into October, before they really start amping up the yardage. I don't know. I think it's been going well so far.
I think so. It's been exciting and kind of already shocked. It's, the second week of October.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, time seems to be moving a little bit quicker, but
yeah, it
feels like it's been good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it so far.
I think so. It's always quick. Yeah. Also, if you didn't know, new angle. We're trying this out. We'll see if we like it. Better than, I guess, the straight-on shot of us looking at Shaq over there. Shaq is our dog candy dish, for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about. But yeah, so butterflyers and IMers will get butterfly technique this week. We'll film. And then big change from the past, we're taking mid-semester break off finally. So we're going Monday to Thursday this week, and then we'll be off Friday, Saturday, and then back at it starting next Monday, which will be great. That'll give us 2 weeks of really good training before our first official meet, which will be Friday, 10/24 against Southwestern Oregon Community College. Don't really have details on what events we're going to do yet with Swak. Sandra and I usually kind of connect the week of and chat, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, right? I think we've swum pretty well. We had our alumni meet, which we'll get to here in a second, and our inter-squad meet, and I don't know, I think they're looking good.
I think so. They're racing hard,
yeah.
And that's what's important, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Isn't whatever they're putting up on time-wise, but are they trying to get their hand to the wall first?
Right. And we don't know time-wise because we couldn't get the console to talk, and that's probably more my fault than anything. But
one day.
Next year, hopefully, for inter-squad, we have everything timed out perfectly.
One day we'll get it.
So, anyway. But yeah, so what we've been doing, we'll spend the last kind of few minutes here. What have we been doing so far this year that isn't training? We did our team retreat beginning of the year. We went back to Get Air Salem, which is a trampoline park. No injuries this year. Always a great thing. I think they have a good show. That's right, 2 years in a row. And yeah, so they have a good time there. And then we went a couple weeks, and at the end of September, we had our alumni meet, which was probably the biggest alumni meet that at least I've been a part of since I've been here at Willamette. I would hazard a guess it's maybe one of the biggest ones we've ever had, period. It was really cool. Big thanks to Bruce for helping coordinate the 70s and 80s group and getting them to kind of come back. And then we had a really large contingent from class of 2020 forward, which is really cool. And so it was kind of like the foundational group and then the most recent group. And I thought that was really cool. More than 20 alums, it was really great to have the alums from the 80s jumping in the water and swimming with our current team. And yeah, I think it was just fun. It was fun to see everybody. Again, I talked with one of the alums and she's like, yeah, I've lived here in Salem for 20 years and I've never been to a meet, and now I'm back and it's great. And I think that's right. I think that's one of the things, right? How do we engage those people where it's like maybe they haven't had incentive or even like been just in the loop with it sometimes. Yeah. I think having Bruce help coordinate and talking to those from the 70s and 80s really helped, right? When you have a former teammate reaching out saying like, hey, we should come to this. So yeah, I definitely think maybe moving forward, that's something we should think of is like, okay, if we connect with someone from each kind of decade from the 70s to the 2020s, can that help spur stuff? And of course, not every year is going to be huge like that, right? But if every other year could be really big, I think that'd be great. Cool. So. Yeah. I also went to a get-together with those alums from the 70s and 80s afterwards, and that was really nice, again, at their invite, which I really appreciate, and just getting to see the photos they had, which were pretty amazing. The photos they had, the stories they shared, and I mean, it really sunk back to, I think, what we try to communicate. It's like, yeah, like, times matter, and like, placings do and don't matter at the same time, but like, at the end of the day, you're not going to remember that stuff 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years later. What you remember is your teammates. And I think that is what really came off when I was at that thing. It's like they were teammates 40 plus years ago, and they're still super close.
And they're still talking. And
yeah. So, and then last weekend was family weekend, and that's when we had our inter squad meet, Cardinal versus Gold. Gold pulled out the win by 15-ish points or so. Cardinal swam a really great meet overall. I would say there was just kind of one segment where Gold just kind of flipped the meet and never really went back. Aside from that little segment, which was all of like 4 events, they went back and forth every other meet, right? Like every other event you looked at, it's like Cardinal would win here, Gold would win here, Cardinal, Gold. And so I think that was pretty cool. We did a good job of splitting the teams up, so high five to us.
Yes.
But realistically, I think they just, their captains put together a good lineup. So, but yeah, it was fun. Like you said, racing is what's most important. And I thought they did do a good job of racing. And then also, I think really important was to be able to see our family members from our swimmers, as well as for them to see them, of course, right? But like, it's just good to see our parent group, and do really appreciate everything our parent group does for us. Thank you to those of you who are able to bring snacks for the team, and who donate not just your resources, but your time and energy. I don't think it will probably ever be stated enough how much parent involvement really does matter, and that support really does matter. But I do want you to know, parents, that we feel it every time that we see you all. So thank you for that. So where we're going, right? Where we're going, like we said, we have this weekend off, which will be kind of a nice little reset for everybody. And then we'll get really firmly into normal training schedule. We're kind of already in normal training schedule, just with a little bit heavier technique focus. That'll balance out next week. And then, charge into November. Our first dual meet, official dual meet for conference will be November 1st on Saturday against Linfield. And then a couple more weekends in November, and then we'll be at Thanksgiving break all of a sudden. So I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'll stop there. So that's it for episode 1. Thanks for rolling with us. I think we'll probably take next week off for Coach on the Couch, and then episode 2 will come back maybe the week of SWAC. So that would be, what would that be? The week of like the 19th, I think, or somewhere thereabouts. So the 19th, and then the weekend after, obviously, to kind of recap SWAC, look forward to Linfield. And then, I'll probably go weekly and through fall break, and then probably once or twice in December, and then we'll pick it up again in January. So, looking forward to the new season, looking forward to the new, hopefully more streamlined setup of this. Maybe it drives a little bit more engagement. I know some of those videos got really long last year, but thanks for everything up to this point. I forgot how to sign off. What am I supposed to say? Oh, hit the subscribe button. That's right. Subscribe. Hit like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification
to get notified.
So, anyway, thanks for your support. We'll see you soon. Go Bearcats.
Bye.